What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Okay, so this is the first time this year that we're seeing this AI model that we created show a massive swing. And this massive swing that we're seeing right now, we could potentially see this in the 2026 midterm election in the House. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. If you watch this video and you find this information helpful, please consider liking the video, sharing the video, and subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right to it. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is show you the starting point. Where are we coming from? So I'm using 270 to win today, and this is showing us there's still a couple of seats that haven't been filled, and that's the reason why you're seeing 213 to 219. Now, Grijalva, she won in Arizona. However, she hasn't been sworn in, so that's why it's not showing here. But that would be 214, and then we have another race in Texas, and this is a solid blue district, so a Democrat will win there, and so it'll be up to 215. So we'll have 215 for Democrats, and then Republicans, there's a seat in Tennessee that is a solid Republican seat. So they'll most likely win that. So that'll be 220. And so the numbers that we're looking at right now, Democrats at 215, Republicans at 220. Now you need 218 seats in order to take control of the House. And so right now the Republicans have control of the House because they're over that 218. So that means that Democrats need 3 seats. They need to net 3 seats in order to take back control of the House in 2026. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the AI model, and there have been some changes, okay? When I told you in the beginning, massive changes, I wasn't lying. Now, let me show you. When we're looking at this, and I just want to go over this really briefly, we have 5 different categories, okay? So we have the generic ballot, that's one category. We have presidential job approval. That's the second category. The third category is economics. The fourth category is special elections. The fifth category is seats at risk. Now, we just saw an election last week. As a result of that election, now we're seeing some changes because one of the propositions in California, Prop 50, that allowed California to redistrict. So now we have a big shift because 5 seats in California will most likely go to Democrats, which is going to help offset some of these other redistricting plans that we see in other states. And Texas is one that they redistrict already, and Republicans could gain 3 to 4 seats in Texas. And so now that California's answered that and Prop 50 passed, now we're going to see 5 seats coming from California. Okay, and then you have some other states that are doing redistricting as well. And I have a whole series of videos where I talk about the redistricting. So if you want to check those videos out, I'll have a link at the end of this video. But I want to get into this so we can see the big changes here. Okay, so first thing we're looking at, generic ballot. So we're looking at the generic ballot. Right now, Democrats are at 4.1, and this is according to Real Clear Politics. That's where we're getting this information from, okay? So 4.1, it was down to as low as, I think, 1.6 when I started doing these just about 4 weeks ago. And so now we're at 4.1, so it's moving up. Now let's go ahead and take a look at presidential job approval. That has gone down slightly. It was at 43% just last week, and the new numbers, and this just came out November 7th, the new number is now 42%. This is coming from Ballotpedia. Okay, looking at the economy. Now, this is going to be a challenge because of the government shutdown. We're not getting information the way that we normally would. But GDP right now, we're going to say it's at 3.8%. Now, you do have some economists that are making predictions right now, and they think that it is going to uptick. So 3.8% up to 3.9 or even 4%. So that is what the predictions are out there. But right now, we're at 3.8%. Now, when it comes to CPI, so we're talking about inflation. Inflation is at 3%. We just got that information. And when we're looking at unemployment, unemployment is at 4.3%. Now, this information that I just talked about, it didn't really change much. The only change that we saw was inflation. But the other two, GDP and unemployment, we're going to have to wait till they release that information, and when they release that information, then we'll be able to update you with that. But right now, I'm just going to keep it the same. I'm not going to make any changes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move forward. We're looking at special elections. So special elections, Democrats +3. So Democrats have an advantage when it comes to special elections. They're doing better than Republicans when it comes to special elections. Okay, and seats at risk. Now, this is where we see a change as well. So seats at risk, Democrats right now have 6 toss-up seats, and we're using the Cook Political Report. to put this information out. So Democrats have 6 toss-up seats. Republicans now have 10 toss-up seats. And just a week ago, it was 10-10. And so we're seeing some changes here. And part of the reason why we're seeing this shift is because of the redistricting in California. Now that California has been approved to redistrict, you have some Republican seats that are now toss-ups. And some of these Republican districts are now solid Democratic districts as a result of redistricting. And so that's why we're seeing this major shift here. And so now Democrats have an advantage of +4. And if you remember, just 4 weeks ago when I started doing these videos, Republicans had an advantage. They had an advantage because they had less seats at risk than Democrats. Now Democrats have less seats at risk than Republicans. Okay, so let's move down here and we're going to take a look at the formula and I'll show you the seat gains here for Democrats. So this is the final number here, okay? Plus 3.65. Now the translation is for every 1 point, that's 10 seats. So Democrats right now, plus 36 to 37 seats. Now what they're doing is they're just rounding that up, that 5. And so Democrats could gain 36 or 37 seats. Now what's interesting is back in 2018, when Democrats took back control of the House, guess what? They took back control. They had 40 seats. They won 40 seats. And so right now, Democrats are looking at about the same amount of seats, gaining about the same amount of seats as back in 2018. Now, we're basing this on the information that we have today. So if there was an election today, this is what we could potentially see. Now, a year from now, that could change. It could go up. It could go down. It probably will go up or down. But right now, we're at about 37 seats. Now, let me show you. I want to just show you the history just so you guys see what I'm talking about here when it comes to what we've uncovered just in the last 4 weeks. So the first week, it was 11. So 11 seats. That was favored. So Democrats were favored to win 11 seats. Week 2, we went up to, I believe it was 19 seats. So we were there, 19 seats, 19 or 20 seats. That was week 2. Week 3, we moved up to 21 seats. And now week 4, we are at 36 or 37 seats. So that is what we're looking at right now. And so you can see that steep increase. So right now, Democrats are doing good. This is according to AI. This is what AI is telling us. Now, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. No one knows exactly what's going to happen in the 2026 midterms, but this is good news for Democrats. And all Democrats need is what? 3 seats. They need 3 seats to take back the House. Now, there's some other issues that are out there, some other things that are, up in the air. We don't know exactly how they're going to play out. We have the Voting Rights Act. We don't know how that's going to play out in the Supreme Court. So that could change things. But right now, if the AI model is saying that Democrats have a potential of winning 37 seats, it doesn't matter what they're doing with redistricting. And so at this point, Democrats need to be focused on just winning seats. So that is what they need to be focused on. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I just wanted to show you guys the AI model. AI model is showing 37 seats for the Democrats. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Democrats will be able to take back the House in 2026? So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.